In this video, I would explain the physics rule applied in real life Gulberg machine. So first of all, I would like to explain the components of the machine. So the first component is an inclined plane. There is an inclined plane. At the top of the inclined plane, there is a cell phone. When the cell phone gets its ring, it will create vibration. Due to this vibration, the cell phone will slide down to the inclined plane. At the end of inclined plane, there is a car. When the cell phone hits the car will move on the surface, and there is a tube of glue attached to a string. When the car hits the tube of glue, the tube of glue will swing back and forth. When it move forward and it will back swing back, it will hit the terminals on the surface. There are three terminals, and there is a nail on the attached to a last terminal. So when the terminal falls down, there is a balloon. The nail will hit the balloon and it will pops up, and there is a ramp resting plane on the top of the balloon. When the balloon pops up, the plane will fall down, and the car will come into motion. When the car falls down, it will hit the inertial beads attached through a strings, and the inertial bead will come into motion. As it come into motion, it will fall down from the surface. The last balloon is attached to a string which is passed through a pulley. The other end of the string is connected to a plane which holds the balls. When the string pulls the plane, the ball will be fell down to the fun mirror traps, and it will continue its motion. There is a cup at the end of fun mirror traps, and it is attached to a string which is passed through a pulley, and the other end of the string is attached to a barrier, which close the path for the school bus. So when the ball from the fun mirror traps fall down to the cup, it has some weights, and due to this weight, it moves down. The down movement will pull the string, and it will pull the barrier upward. So the path is open for the school bus. The school bus is attached to a string. When the string is fully extended, there is a key. So there is a key. There is a key. So there is a key. When the key is removed, the marshmallow will be projected. The marshmallow will be projected, and it will move into the mouth, which is the objective of the machine. So how the physics rule are applied in this machine? There are three units. In the first unit, forces are applied. There are three units. The first unit, I will explain the force, how the force is applied. In the second unit, I will explain how the kinematic is applied, and there is a third unit in which I will explain how waves and sound are created. Sound and waves are created. I will also explain how energy conversion take place in the machine. So in the first unit, when the car hits the balloon, it exert a force. It exert a force on the ball, on the ball, and due to this force, the ball come into to and fro motion. So This is an example of force is applied in real life Gulberg machine. In the second unit, I will explain how kinematic is applied. So when the balloon pops up, the car will come into motion, which is an example of kinematic. Due to this motion, due to this motion, the car will hit the inertial bead, and the inertial bead will also come into motion, which is also another example of kinematics. uh, and the third unit is the sound and wave. How sound and wave is created. uh, when the car hits the ball of glue, the ball of glue will come into to and frozen, which is an example of wave. And how the sound is created. uh, how the sound is created, when the inertial bead come into motion, it will fall down from the surface, and it will come down on the ground. So when it touch the ground, it create a sound. Another thing I would like to explain in this video is how energy conversion take place. So, in the first case, the first in energy conversion take place when the cell phone move down the inclined plane. So it moved down the inclined plane. This energy, the potential energy is converted into heat energy due to friction of the plane. Another energy conversion takes place when the balloon pops up. Due to when the balloon pops up, some of its energy will be converted into sound. Another energy conversion takes place when the car hits the inertial bead, and the inertial bead come into motion. As it in the inertial bead are in motion, so it is a kinetic energy, and it when it hit the ground, the kinetic energy is created into sound. Another energy conversion take place when the plane release the ball. The ball has potential energy, and when it moves down, the potential energy converted into kinetic energy. And the last energy take place when the marshmallow is released. Here, the elastic kinetic energy converted into kinetic energy. Thank you.